It's been quite a while, admittedly, since I've dived into the world of the Whatever podcast. I've been trying to focus on other types of content, guys, but I'm bringing this back. I mean, you guys enjoyed it, you guys supported it, so today's video is called OF Girl Thinks Her Marriage is Stronger Because of a Job. Well, I mean, that's an argument to be had, but we all know Onlyfans has become a pretty huge online platform. It has allowed many young women to make a lot of money, let me say that. But once again, I blame the people who support it. It is what it is. Anyway, make sure you guys subscribe to Goals and Growth and go and check out the other playlists as well, including our life hacks playlist where I post self-improvement content. Hope to see you there soon. Let's go.
Our F-body is a great lay but not husband material, and guys are totally cool with that. But women get mad when we say 304s are not wife material and don't deserve long-term commitment.
Because they aren't?
What's 304s?
Pose.
Oh.
I don't get mad when people say that. If that's what
Who's
you
this?
think,
Who's
then
this
that's
directed
cool.
to?
To me.
To you?
Yeah.
Do you have a response? Or?
I don't know.
The longest relationship at this table, and she does. And so what, do you feel like this
Oi.
has changed your relationship at all with your
It has
husband?
made it better. It's enhanced it. We were exploring new things, and it's been a shit ton of fun. And I challenge Andrew on the fact that sex work is inherently bad. I agree, it certainly can be bad. Human trafficking is horrible, and certain people maybe are very desperate and do it for the wrong reasons and do put themselves in harm's way.
Okay. Let me get this straight. It improved because of your work. So you're going to tell me that your husband, right, is completely fine with 100 other dudes in there before him? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure, lady.
That's how everybody's going about doing it, and that is an all-encompassing truth for all sex work.
Let me show you how divisive this is. I'll explain. So when you say things like, when you're talking about harm, people tend to only look at harm from their own personal metric of what they think would or wouldn't be harmful. They never really externalize how things that they do affect other people.
Yep.
So for instance, I find it harmful that you call yourself married. That's not a marriage. That's an abomination. From my perspective, total abomination is not a marriage. It's a joke, right? But think about this. You might not, like, from your perspective, you think, that's really harsh, or that's mean, or that's this, or that's that. But isn't it harmful to the value structure of the millions of men who think like me?
Of course.
That you would cheapen and destroy the thing that we sanctify that much by calling it marriage?
Correct.
Like, and you just don't care, right? Because from your...
And I think, I do agree with him, to interrupt Andrew. I do agree with him because I think most men are very simple. I think most men just want that happy marriage with that one woman, and that's that. I mean, I'm not saying that everyone is innocent. Obviously not. You do get a few degenerate men as well as degenerate women. It's all around the show. But I think if you're a semi-decent man, you do want that commitment to that one woman. And by her doing that whole idea or that whole fantasy is kind of ruined. So I don't know how maybe he's accepted it. I don't know. Maybe she's forced him to accept it. We will never know. But I just know, me personally, that's a no.
Your perspective, well, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. It's similar to when you OF girls will wear crosses inside of your porn shoots.
Yeah,
and it's like,
disgrace.
Okay, well, let's just take the very symbol of this entire religion and pervert it to the maximum extent, right? And we're supposed to just be like, oh, well, that's okay. We're just pushovers and doormats, right? It's like, so anytime you're talking about harm, you seem to only internalize it. You never extend it out to how it actually does affect other people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a Bible thumper, so I don't believe in things being all holy and sacred.
Yeah, I know. See what I mean? You're internalizing
It's
harm.
a completely...
You only look at it from the prism of self.
Okay, now you're interrupting me. I was in the middle of my argument.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
just explaining real quick, though, that's going to my point. That's all. But go ahead.
Marriage can mean a lot of different things to different people, and we stood in front of our family and friends and committed our lives to each other, and we get to pick the terms on how that turns out. And if we're both consenting adults and are completely happy with it, more power to us. I don't need God or whoever you believe in to agree with that, because to me that means nothing.
Yeah, but
and I don't wear a cross in my own
You see how this
stuff.
makes my point for me. that when you think about things like harm,
Bruh,
or
that's,
the principle of
I mean, it's one thing, right? It's one thing to have your beliefs and to, I mean, I hear what she's saying, but at the same time, what does marriage mean? What marriage means? That eternal bond that you share through thickness and through health. I mean, come on. It doesn't include other people here. I mean, you could argue monogamy. You can argue you have a monogamous marriage that exists, sure. But at the same time, man, you have to really question your value structure then. I don't know how he's okay with that.
of what you're doing in society, you think of it from the position of yourself, only from the position of you. Well, I'm not hurting anybody, not doing anything wrong. We're two consenting adults, should be able to do whatever we want. It's like, okay, but what about the greater duties that happen inside of society, or forming societies towards things that we want to see for future generations, which we do have a duty for. We do have a duty to do this. So the idea here is like, sure, you can say whatever you want. You can say this is a legitimate marriage.
Yeah.
This is a thing which is true and proper, and it can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. It's like, that's fine. But let's not pretend that it's not a complete and total assault
Exactly.
on the values of millions of people who consider it to be an abomination, and that's just dismissed because you just don't agree with those values. And it's like, okay, well, that's not really you taking into account a harm principle. That's just you taking into account the me principle. It's all about me and what I want.
Well, I think maybe actually we're doing the world a service by showing them that there are alternative lifestyles available, and maybe that'll make you even happier than the one that society set you up to believe that you had to have.
Let's end it there. I do hear what she's saying. I do hear what Andrew's saying. It's all about really, ultimately, it's a personal choice. Ultimately, you need to decide, will that type of lifestyle make you happy? Why get married in the first place if you want that type of lifestyle? I do not know, because, I mean, what's the point? You're going around just shagging hundreds of dudes in any way. So what's the point of being married? I don't see the benefit of it. I don't see, she makes enough money on OnlyFans. I'm sure she doesn't need him, except if he's a millionaire or something, maybe. But I mean, let's say she makes a decent amount of money. Why would you want to marry someone specific if you know that, I mean, if she was truly happy with that one man, she wouldn't be doing what she was doing. That's my argument. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Make sure you go and check out our other playlist on the channel as well. I'll see you next time.